All right, good morning, everybody. I'm so excited we could be here together today. We've got our circuits, core, and our stretch class. We're going to get right into it. We got some stuff we got to do today. So let's get going. Start our marches. You are going to need your dumbbells as usual, and you're going to need a band if you have one available today. So we're going to do a 5-minute warm up, get our body ready, and then we're going to move right into our circuit. I'm going to try and get through our circuit twice. We have about 7 exercises, and I think we can get it round through twice. So 8 exercises, including our cardio. Then we'll move over to our core. So let's go ahead and take this from a little march. In about 10 seconds, we're going to take it into a jog. If you feel like you need to continue marching, please do. Nice job. And let's take it into a jog here. Great. So really nice and light here, just getting ourselves ready. Soften through the shoulders. My earrings are bouncing. I hear them clicking. Great job. Beautiful. And we're going to be here for another 30 more seconds. We're going to land our feet. We're going to go right into some squats to warm up our legs a little more. We're going to bring our arms up with a nice little reach into our squat. In about 20 seconds, we'll land our feet maybe a little wider than hip distance apart. Make sure you adjust your feet placement to make it feel best for your body. Great job. We got 12 seconds left here. Nice and light. Beautiful. My mat's shifting over. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Land your feet down. Let's bring our feet as wide as feels comfortable for you, and bend and stretch. Reach those arms out. Energize through the arms. Press down deeply into your squat. Energize through your heels. Good. Take a few nice big deep breaths, getting ready. Maybe you feel a little surge of breathing right off the offset. I feel that. Good. So I want you to really feel like your feet are kind of blended into the earth here, really nice and anchored down. Energize through those glutes and those quads. Good. We're going to take this squat into a pulse, and then lift in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to come down, pulse, and lift. Pulse, and lift. Keep going. Pulse, and lift. Pulse, and lift. Shift back. Pulse, and lift. Pulse, and lift. Keep going. Good. 10 more seconds. Beautiful. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand up tall. Bring your hands to your hips. Bend in through your knees. Reach your arms out. Extend your leg long and back. And reach. And back. And reach. Good. I want us to pick up that tempo in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick it up. Just a little faster, but you're still maintaining that sense of control in the body. You've got a nice big bend of the left knee. Keep the breath nice and fluid. Beautiful, ladies. Well done. Excellent. Keep going. Great. In 5, we're going to take it to a reach to a balance. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach out. Balance up. Reach out. Balance up. Reach and balance. Nice. I got some good energy through the arm and the leg. Engage those glutes. Really feel that engagement through the back body. Good. 5, 4. You got it. 3, 2, and 1. Come back through center. Other side. Here we go. Steady pace. Not too fast, not too slow. Keeping that breath really at the forefront of our work today, as always. Good. About 5 seconds. We're going to pick up the tempo. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Pick up that tempo. Keep that right knee bent. Still shifting into the heels. Find a little sense of balance here. You've got it. Good. Beautiful. 10 seconds left. We're going to take it to a balance. Beautiful. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach and balance. Lift. Reach and balance. Pull that knee up. Energize through that balancing leg. You're lengthening through the leg as you're coming up to standing. Working that quad and that glute. Good job. 5, 4. You've got it. 3, 2, and 1. And march it out. Good job. Beautiful. All right, continue with your marches. Extend your arms out to a strong T. Start your arm circle, still marching. Starting to feel that heat building in the body. Fantastic. Keep those arms energized. Drop the shoulders. Fantastic. Beautiful. Let's reverse that circle. Continue with the marches. A little neuromuscular patterning. Get a little coordination. Always important to work out. That's what we do every time we get to the mat. We're doing a little bit of brain work as well as muscle work. Good. Nice job. Good. 10 more seconds here. Then we're going to go right into our set in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest your arms. Shake it off. Nice job, ladies. Well done. Okay. Fantastic. So we're going to start off with some squats to press ups. So you're going to need your weights. If you're cradling an injury, if maybe you didn't sleep well last night or something is not feeling great today, make sure you modify. Listen to your body first and foremost. Then you can go along with what works best for you. So grab some weights. All right, here we go. Bring your shoulder blades back. Hold your weights like a coffee cup. Feet are hip distance apart. We got 45 seconds. We're going to go down into a squat. We're going to lift and press up overhead and then back down. Now, if you're looking for a little more, you can go up a little higher on weights. You can go a little faster with your tempo. If you need a little less, you can go down on weights. You can go slower on your tempo. I've got kind of like this average tempo right now, maybe a 3, 2, 1, not too fast, not too slow. But I am focusing very much on my form, keeping my back supported. We've got about 6 seconds left. We're almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Beautiful. Rest your arms. Take that 15-second recovery. Next, you're going to need one weight. Now, we're going to do a single leg, single arm front raise. Challenge a little bit of balance. So I'm going to start with my right arm, and I'm going to lift my left leg. Now, you can hold it here at a 90-degree angle. You can hold it up. Don't try to hook it on. Make sure you're challenging with the balance. If your balance is feeling a little off, just bring your tippy toes onto the floor and lift your heel. That may be enough. Roll your shoulder blades back, lift up your leg, and raise and down. Might seem like a really simple movement, but you're working core stabilizers here. You're working your balance. Definitely doing some strength endurance in the leg. Obviously, we're working upper body as well. Find a little focus, something to draw your attention to. Nice job. Working that anterior deltoid, the front of the shoulder. Fantastic. Got about 15 seconds left. Then we're going to switch over to the other side, but we'll take a little 15-second recovery in between. 10. Keep going. Beautiful. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and rest. Take 15 seconds. Shake it off. Beautiful. Next, we've got our other side. Grab your weights into your left hand, lift up through that right leg, and here we go. So make sure that when you're lifting, you're kind of not lifting and rotating. You're really nice and straight facing the front of your screen or wherever you're at. Try not to even look at the screen. Try to look beyond it so you can really create that sense of focus. 20 seconds to go. Good. 15. Beautiful. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and rest. Fantastic. Excellent job. Beautiful. Now, 15 seconds recovery. You're going to grab hold of your weights, and we're going to go into a high lunge with a hammer curl. So grab your weights. So we're going to do a hammer curl in this first round, and then we're going to switch it over to a regular bicep curl for the other leg. So starting in a high lunge, if you're feeling like you need a little more intensity, I'm going to give you an option to go into a low lunge and drop that bottom knee as you come up into a hammer curl. So a little like this. If this is what you need today, remember, honor that. I'm going to go into a high lunge. So I'm going to bring my legs slightly back, but I'm pretty high up here. I'm not too down. I'm not too deep into my hip flexor. My back foot is down on the floor. Roll the shoulder blades back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Hammer curl. So we're going to do hammer curl on this round. Bicep regular standard curl for the next round for the other leg. Excellent. Nice and steady here. Take your time. Press into that front heel of the front leg and make sure that front knee is tracked right on top of the ankle. Great. We got 10 seconds left. Beautiful. 6. You've got it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Go ahead, shake that off. Next, we're going to be going into a high lunge with hammer curls. Take a break. We got about 5 seconds left before we switch legs. All right, here we go. Find your high lunge or your low lunge and curl it up. So again, you can go ahead and do some dips here if you're looking for that. It's always important to kind of tap into what your body's calling for. Sometimes we wake up in the morning and we're feeling really ripe as rain. Sometimes, like my daughter last night and my husband, both had a hard time sleeping and woke up this morning feeling a little tired. So we got to honor that too. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Beautiful. Fantastic. Excellent. Take that 15 seconds. Next, we're going to get ready to go into a bent over. We're actually going to do, a Romanian deadlift with a row. So we're going to do a little bit of hamstring and glute work as well as trap work. Then we got some squat pulses, and then we have a band overhead tricep extension. Then we're going to rinse, wash, and repeat and do this whole set all over again. One more round. So when we go into deadlifts, can't emphasize it enough, it's not a back exercise, right? I say that every single time because I always have to remind myself that it's not my back that's pulling me up, it's my glutes and my hamstrings. So when you stand up tall in your standing position, feet are parallel, we don't want to lock in through the knees. You might want to bend in through the knees a little bit. You're going to hinge from your hips. Keep your back nice and long. We're going to row, we're going to lower, and then we're going to pull up through the glutes and the hamstrings to bring ourselves up to a standing position. That's where you need to watch out that you keep your core engaged and your glutes and your hamstrings engaged. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Down, row, lower, and back up. Again, you can do this with a little more tempo, a little more speed. I like to take it nice and slow, especially this first round. It's almost like we're just learning what we got to do. Then they take that second round and we have a little more knowledge in our toolbox, and we can make some other decisions or go a little faster, change the weights. You know, there's so many options here. Beautiful. Good. Keep going. Lower and back. This is such a one of those things you feel, maybe not right away, but you feel it the next day. All right, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Come back up. Fantastic. All right, next we have our band tricep overhead extension. Did I tell you we were doing squat pulses, Ludia? I did say that. Okay. All right. We're doing squat pulses next. All right. So if you have a long strap like I do, you could take the strap and you have enough space to put your feet on it. If you don't have a strap that's as long as I do, you have 2 options. Option number 1 is to take your other arm only if it feels good on your shoulder and go ahead and do your tricep extension. Half of the time will be on one arm, half the time on the other. The other option is to go ahead and just grab a dumbbell, both arms overhead, and do your tricep extension that way. So it's entirely up to you. If you've got a lot of strap, place your feet down on it. Make sure your feet are secure. Bring your arms up overhead. We're going to bring one hand above the other, tuck the elbows in, and we're going to switch grips on halfway through. 3, 2, 1, here we go. So I want you to make sure tensioned enough through that band. It does not feel light. And when you bring the band back down, there's still a ton of tension in it. When you're lifting, you're keeping your pelvis neutral and your ribs nice and tucked in. All right, let's switch grips. So bring your top hand down, your bottom arm up, and other side. Good job. It's such an interesting feeling to switch that grip. Good. We got seconds left. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Go ahead and release that strap. Set it off to the side. Fantastic. Excellent job. All right. Next, we've got our squat pulses. So we're going to do this. I'm going to give you 2 options. You can do it body weight only, or you can do dumbbell weighted. You can have 2 dumbbells in your hands, or you can have 1 right at your chest. Depends on what feels good for you. So I'm going to grab 2. I feel a little bit more balanced that way. And we're going to go into squat pulses. So feet are going to be hip distance apart. We're going to come down in our squat, make sure our back is nice and long, and we're going to pulse for 45 seconds. So it's a little lift and lower. My upper body is just kind of coming along with the rest of my body. So I'm not moving my upper body. It's my legs that a little bend and extension here that's causing the lift and lowering of my upper body. I'm working that glute. I'm working that quad, those quads and those glutes. Nice job. Working a lot of the adductors as well, those inner thigh muscles. I can feel them starting to really turn on here. Go, we got about 10 seconds left. Keep going. Beautiful. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and rest. Fantastic. Excellent job. All right, set those weights off to the side. Well done. All right, so we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We actually have 7 exercises. We're going to do 1 minute of cardio next. Now, the minute of cardio, I really want to leave this up to you. I'm going to give you a couple of options. You don't have to follow along with me, but I want you to do something that's going to drive your heart rate up. So I'm going to start off with 30 seconds of fast feet. From there, I'm going to go into jumping jacks for 30 seconds. You want to do jumping jacks the whole time? That's fine. If you want to do a little more intensity, you want to do a split squat jump, that's fine. You want to do squat jumps, that's fine. So whatever it is you're doing, make sure you listen to your body and honor that. We got 1 minute. I'm going to start with 30 seconds of fast feet. In 3, 2, 1, bend your knees. If you're doing fast feet along with me, nice and fast here. Good. From here, we're going to go into jumping jacks for 30 seconds. In about 15 seconds. Bend in deeper, faster on those feet. Nice job. Beautiful. Keep going for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. I want intensity. Pick up that pace. Maybe you're doing jumping jacks without the jump. You're just doing open, open, close, close. Good job. 15 seconds left. Let's do it. Nice and strong here. Extend those arms out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Fantastic. Woo-hoo. High five. Well done. All right, let's take 30-second recovery. Grab some water. We're going right back in. Nice job. Beautiful. All right, so we're going back in, same set. We're going to pick up, add a little more weight, maybe pick up a little more tempo. Maybe you're like, you know what, that first round was perfect for me. I felt challenged. It felt like enough. Then that is your cue. So go ahead and grab your weights. We're starting with our squats to press ups. We're not going to waste any time. We're going to go right into it. Here we go. Feet are hip distance apart. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squat, lift, press up. Good. I'm taking this just a little faster. Second round, body's nice and warm, ready to start the day. Whew. Good. Beautiful. 25 in, 20 to go. Excellent job. 10 seconds left. We got it. Try to equal the effort. Press in through the feet. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whoo! Nice job. Fantastic. Excellent. All right. 10 seconds. We start again. Single leg, single arm front raise. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So make sure you're breathing, not holding your breath. Try to keep the breath as deep and as controlled as possible. The more we practice this, the more our body starts to adapt, become a little more efficient with our breathing, which is always a good thing in everything we do. Good. 10 seconds left. You're there. Excellent. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Beautiful. All right. 10 seconds. We're going to go right into the other side. Good. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Love the single side efforts. I think they're very, very informative. They really give us some good feedback about where our body is maybe expressing some muscular imbalance. Not that that's a bad thing, because that happens to all of us, but it's a good way to really train this one side that might be a little different than the other side. And really, that's what our body's seeking, right? It's homeostasis, really finding equilibrium. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Beautiful. Fantastic. I totally say that because my left side does not feel the same as my right. All right. Next, we're going to go into our high lunge with hammer curls. Then we're going to go into our high lunge with our bicep. Go ahead and maybe change your resistance in this round if you want to. There we go. I'm going to start with my right foot forward, left foot back. Feet are flat on the floor if you're doing high lunge. Maybe you're bending down into your knee and going to a low lunge. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So when I'm in my high lunge, I want you to focus on where your pelvis is in space. So if you find you naturally tend to arch your back, throwing those pelvic bones forward, try to see if you could bring that pelvis a little more neutral. It's going to feel a little strange, especially if it's kind of like the way we've got tight hip flexors. We might have a little more anterior tilt to the pelvis. Good job, 10 seconds left. But we really want to try to keep that pelvis as neutral as possible. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Go ahead, we're gonna switch sides. And grab a little bit of water if you need it. Good, in 4, 3, 2, 1. Standard bicep curl. Stand up tall. I also love to do high lunges just because it reminds us where our trunk is in space. Sometimes we go so deep, we force our body a little too much into certain poses, certain exercises, and it causes injury. Beautiful. We're almost there. Excellent. We got about 10 seconds left. That's it. Beautiful. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Rest those weights down. Fantastic. All right, take a little recovery. Next, we're going to go into our Romanian deadlift with a row. We've got our squat pulses, we've got our triceps and our cardio, and then we're coming down for core. Alrighty. So we're going to go into our Romanian deadlift. Of course, the heavier you go on your weights, the more your glutes and your hamstrings are going to have to work. But it's also going to require you to spend a little more time making sure your back is nice and safe and keeping that core engaged. So if you want to adjust your resistance, that's absolutely totally cool. Just make sure you're thinking about that when you're doing it, okay? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We go down, we row, we lower, we pull back up. Keep going. Now, if you've got sacroiliac joint issues, you're going to want to bend your knees really deeply or completely avoid the up and down and just do the bent over row. Especially if we are having a flare up in that area, really important to keep nice and stable. Good, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, beautiful, excellent. All right, next we've got our band with our tricep overhead extension. We're 22 with one hand. And then I'm going to switch grips. If you're doing your weights, you've got your either do overhead. You can also do a bent over tricep kickback if you want. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and grab your strap. I think I say this every time. I love the strap for this one because it really is challenging. All right, tuck your ribs in, pull your belly in so you've got that neutral pelvis, and here we go. Keep your gaze forward. Beautiful. 15 in. About 4 more seconds, and we're going to go ahead and switch grips. Go ahead and switch. Bring your top hand down, your bottom arm up. Keep going. Good. 15 seconds. Oh, good. 10 seconds. You've got it. Excellent. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Ha, that was great. Fantastic. Awesome. All right, so let's take our 15 seconds. We're going to go into our squat pulses. Again, same thing here. If you want to add a little bit of a heavy, offer a little challenge to the glutes. All right, here we go. Roll the shoulder blades back, open up through the chest. Knees are nice and our legs are hip distance apart. And let's come down and pulse and pulse. So I'm weighing into my heels. I've got my abs nice and engaged, so my back immediately feels supported. My shoulders are pulled back, so it's very energized. Really a great all-rounder here. Nice. Again, everything is pumping because of the bend and extension of the knee space, not my upper body. Nice job. We got 10 seconds left. Keep it going. Stay with me. Come down a little deeper. Let's go. And then pump it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and a rest. Woo! Nice job. Beautiful. All right, guys, we have 1 more minute left of cardio. If you want to challenge yourself and do something different, please do. We're going to go ahead. We're going to do 30 seconds. I'm going to go right back into those fast feet. This time, though, I'm going to do some out and ins for that second round. So that'll be just my lower body. If you want to bring the arms up, go ahead and do that. Just going to add a little variation for this next round. All right, here we go. Let's get ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Let's go. That's it, guys. That's it. Now, I always talk about, especially my cycling classes, where don't box yourself in. Don't say, all right, this is my tempo and I can't go any faster, because that is not true. You have more in you. I know you do. So don't box yourself in. Break out of those boxes. We got 5. I want you to pick up that tempo for 4, 3, 2, 1. Out and ins. Here we go. Bend in through those knees. Pick up that tempo. Feel that strength in your body. You know you've got it. It's right there. Good. That's it. 10. Beautiful. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice job. Fantastic. Excellent. Woo! Fantastic. If there's anything that this year's taught me, is that we are really resilient. All right, guys, we got our core segment part of class next. Let's bring it down to the floor. We're going to start right away into a plank position. So we're going to do a plank variation, do a 1-minute plank. Talk about resilience, that's the resilient thing to do, right? Okay, so push-up plank, forearm plank, whatever feels best for your body. We're going to do some step outs, we're going to do some leg lifts. So bring it into whatever position you want. I'm going to do a forearm plank here today. Lengthen your body, drop your bum, shift your weight forward, knees are long, elbows underneath the shoulders. Go ahead and step it out, and step it out. So what I want you to make sure of is your one long line. You're adding a little more intensity by coming into a push-up plank. Make sure you got that weight of your body resting in through the thumb and through that pointed finger. So you're not externally rotating your hand outward. Got that ulnar nerve there. It'll get pinched. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back through center. Lift and lift. Alternate sides. Keep going, keep going. You've got it. 15 seconds left. Excellent job. 10. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Whew. Rest on your knees. Press back onto your heels. Nice job. Take a breath in. Wonderful. All right, next we're going to come onto our hands and knees. This is going to seem like a simple exercise, and it really isn't too complicated, but when you think about what we're going to try and do, it's going to take a lot of core stabilization here. So find yourself on your hands and knees, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Now, without rotating, Weigh in equally into your knees. Weigh into a little bit of that left hand, not leaning, but just weigh in so you're supported. From here, lift your right arm out to the side without shifting. Hold it for 15. Just hold it. Try to keep as balanced as possible. Try not to weigh into the right side for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest your hand down. Press back onto your heels. Nice job. Now, if you're doing that right, that felt like a really big challenge because you're really equally effort through the knees and through the hand. If you're like, yeah, this feels really fine, I can do this all day, engage in your core a little more, okay? All right, rest in knees and right hand, especially focus on bringing in a little bit of that weight into the thumb and to the pointed finger. Go ahead, hold the shape. Start to lift your left arm and just hold here. 15. Now my body wants to shift to the right. It wants to give my core a little break. I'm really trying to center off my weight here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and rest down. Go ahead and rest on your heels. Nice job. Fantastic. All right, beautiful. Come onto your tummy. It's really important we incorporate extension in our practice, in our daily lives, so that we can keep those muscles in the back of our spine strong. So go ahead and rest your hands right here, right underneath your shoulders. Tuck your elbows in. I want you to zip up in through your inner thighs. Lengthen through the toes. Draw your shoulder blades back and down. Turn your glutes on. Pull your belly in. Inhale to lengthen. Energize through the legs. Exhale, lift. Put a little bit of pressure into the hands, but I want you to focus mostly on lifting up through the upper body and then come back down. And exhale, lift. Pull through that belly and inhale back down. Go ahead, continue here. Each time I want you to focus just on lifting more and more from the spine, less and less from the pressure of the hands. It might mean you're only going up maybe 4 or 5 inches, maybe even 2. Doesn't matter. You're strengthening all the muscles along the spine, the multifidus, and that really is important because it keeps us upright and standing up tall. Energize through those back shoulders so that you really can feel the work of the traps and the rhomboids. Keep your belly pulled in so you're not compressing in through the low back. Squeeze those glutes. Continue 2 more. Beautiful. Last one. And rest. Fantastic. Go ahead, press your hands into the floor, press back onto your heels, give your back a nice little stretch. So often we're so focused on working the front of our body and we forget how important the back body is. So it's so important that we find that balance. Go ahead, lie down on your back. This time we're going to find ourselves on the floor. Feet are going to be flat on the floor. We're going to do a comboed crunch here. So we're going to be doing 10 crunches, 10 90-degree crunches, and then 10 frog crunches. Frog crunches are where your soles of your feet together and your knees are nice and wide. We're going to come back 10 more crunches, 10 more 90 degrees, and then 10 more frog crunches. They're all going to be back to back. So interlace your fingers, spread out the shoulder blades, widen through the clavicle, feet are nice and planted, back is nice and neutral. 3, 2, 1, we're going in for 10. 1, 2, 3, pull in through the belly. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come back down, legs at 90 degrees. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got it. 10. Lower your feet back down, widen and open up through the knees. If this does not feel good on your low back, bring your feet back and flat down on the floor with your knees bent. Here we go. Lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, you got it. 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Flatten out the feet, keep the knees bent. Going in for 10 more regular crunches. Here we go. 1, 2, lift up nice and high. Big exhales. Keep your chin lifted. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go ahead, 90 degrees. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower your feet down to the floor. Open up through the knees. Bring the press of the soles of the feet together. And here we go. 6, 7, 8, 9. Good job. Rest. Fantastic. Well done. All right. Next, we're going to be going into our rotations. We're going to do a similar set in a sense that we're going to be doing 2 back-to-backs, but this time we're going to focus on the obliques. So we're going to start off with just some regular rotations, regular side to sides for 10 reps, 5 on each side. We're going to bring our feet up 90 degrees. Then we're going to extend the legs, and this time we're going to go in to scissor cuts for 10. So 5 on each side each time, and then we're going to rinse, wash, and repeat. Bring your feet down the floor, neutral spine. Inhale, lift, and rotate for 1 and 2. Make sure to breathe. 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8, 9, 10. 90 degrees. Here we go. 1, 2. My legs are not extended. 3, 4. They're continuing to just hold up here. 6, 9, 10. Extend the legs. Rotate lower and lift. Rotate lower and lift. Keep going. 4, 6. Energize through those legs. Beautiful. 8. 2 more. Keep going. And back down. Woo! Rest your feet down. Here we go. Back to the start. 1, 2, 3. You got it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to 90 degrees. Hold it here. 1, 2, 8, 9, 10. Lift up those legs. Energize through the legs. Anchor down through the sacrum. Rotate. 1, 2. You got it. 3, 4, 5, 6. You've got it. 7, 8, 9. Last one. And 10. Oh, beautiful, guys. Well done. Excellent. Really proud of you. Come on up. All right, let's finish off with a little boat here. So, seeing as it's spring break, we're going to do a party boat. I don't know about you, but none of us are on vacation right now. So let's make it a little bit of fun for the next 45 seconds, okay? All right. Even if it does mean we're going to be working our core. All right. Let's bring our feet down, heels into the ground. I want you to sit up tall. Feel like you got a big plumb line pulling from the crown of the head. All right, let's lean back. Good. Now you can keep your feet dug into the ground here. If you want a little more, go ahead and lift. And then we're going to go into our party boat here. Stay lifted. So I'm doing a little rotation. I'm kicking my legs out. It's way beyond this ocean. We're not doing lakes. We're doing oceans. We're looking Caribbean style here. I love Facebook. I love all that stuff. I watch it. I look at it. It's really exciting to see blue water. I know it's out there. Gonna make it there at some point. It's nice to see everybody putting their toes in the sand. Good, good, good. Keep going. Keep going. We got it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, and rest. Fantastic. Oh, we did it, guys. Good job. Excellent. Oh, that's Siri saying, I didn't hear you. Okay. Now we're going to go into our stretch portion of class. Let's go ahead and take our shoes off. You don't have to. I like to. Grab some water, grab whatever you need. All right. So go ahead and bring your soles of your feet together. Widen through the knees. Lengthen through the spine. You can basket weave the hands underneath the toes. Maybe you're shifting your weight a little bit side to side. That I find just kind of helps ground the ischium bones, those sits bones. Maybe this is enough. I can already feel like this feels like it's a nice opening through the hips and through the inner thighs. Take a couple of breaths here. Settle in your shoulders, settle in your body. And maybe if you want to, you can come down and bend your elbows if you want to. I'm not going to go down too far. Watched a fascinating workshop through Yoga Alliance, and they're doing a great job really supporting instructors remotely by offering all these remote workshops. And they were talking in depth about how so many injuries happen because people force their bodies into stretches that are just not, just not where our bodies are at sometimes, and we put our bodies into shape sometimes. We think to ourselves, oh, the more it hurts, the better it is. It's really not the case. So it's the minute you start to feel it, that's probably about where you need to be. And then you can let your breath kind of settle yourself in a little bit and see if you can go a bit longer and a bit deeper, but really honor that sensation. That really is that cue to say, all right, that's good. All right, go ahead and sit up tall. Let's bring our knees, our feet into our crisscross position. And we're going to do a similar forward fold here, but this is going to allow us to stretch out a little bit through the glutes and through the low back. So sitting up nice and tall, we're going to start to bring our hands just forward. Try to keep your sits bones down and start walking your hands. I'm about here and I'm starting, oh yeah, I can feel that. Try to take a few big deep breaths and soften through the shoulders. Just releasing the body. Then perhaps from here, walk your hands a little bit over to the left. You can feel that nice little stretch through the shoulder, through the QL, which is always a stretch I like to include in our work because a lot of us are standing all day for work or sitting, either or. Even we're walking or doing a lot of different things in our day. It's really important to get that QL nice and stretched out. Again, really gently. Then slide your hands back in through center and then over to the other side. Really, the focus here is to try to keep your sits bones connected down to the ground without them lifting. Wonderful. And then come right back through center and then walk your hands and sit up tall. Great. Now, next we're going to be going into rotation. And with rotations, we want to be very careful that we're not going in too heavy, too hard, as that can create torque in the pelvic region. So sitting up tall, first and foremost, then you can start to go into this rotation. Now, I want you to, as you're going into this rotation, see if you can pull the low belly into this opposite direction. So upper thoracic spine starts to rotate, but really pulling in through this low belly towards the right side of the room. My right hand is here, guiding my upper body over to the left without kind of putting pressure into that right hand. Sit up tall. If you are finding yourself rounding, imagine that when you're rounding like that, your spine is compressing, your vertebrae starts to compress, and it starts to put those little nice little cushions in between the vertebrae in a really funky position. Great. Now come back through center. You do the exact same thing on the other side. So rotating through the upper spine. Try to keep that navel space this time kind of pulling towards the left. It's a very subtle movement, but it's a lot of core engagement. When we go into rotations like this, we're working our obliques. So it's all core. We're giving our multifidi and the erector spinae muscles a nice little stretch as well, which is all the muscles along the spine. And I also always see this as a little wringing out of any toxins in the body, which is always nice. Wonderful. And then walk yourself and come back through center. Beautiful. Go ahead and extend your arms out to a strong T. We're just going to open up and rainbow over towards the left or the right, wherever you're at, doesn't matter. Press down through that, whatever hip you're rotating away from, press down into that hip so that you're not leaning into it and shifting your pelvis out of alignment, and make sure you're not rounding through it and then coming here. Again, think of that spine. Think of that compression that it creates. Great job. Now windmill the arms over to the other side, lifting up. You could take that arm out a little further if you want to. Drop down through that back, that left hip. Wonderful. Just hold here for another breath or so. And then come right back in through center. Wonderful. Let's slowly make our way up to standing, however you want to get there. Beautiful. All right. So let's go ahead. We're going to do a little wide stance forward fold here. I love these because it really opens up the inner thighs, also stretches out all those muscles in the spine. Now, again, similar to our Romanian deadlifts, we want to be careful. We're engaging when we come back up through the glutes and the hamstrings, not through our back. So if bringing your head below your heart does not feel good, come halfway down. Feet, I like to have them facing forward so they're parallel and they're equal. As you're ready, come in and start to hinge from the hips. And I'm going to come halfway down. Just try that out. First, find that length through the spine. You're leading with your heart. Soften through the knees. You could put a little bit of pressure in through the feet, just a little bit, so that you can feel that 4-point connection through the ball of the foot and the heel. If you're looking for a little more, you can go ahead and bring your hands down to the floor. Here, if you can imagine your body getting that whole stretch to the back of the spine, to the back of the neck, through the hamstrings. And from here, walk your hands to the left. Just notice how that affects a bit of the left leg and get a little more stretch in there. Now, if you're halfway, you can just rotate a little bit towards the left, really gently, if you're not coming all the way down. Wonderful. Walk your hands back in through center and then over to the right. Excellent. And then come right back through center. Now, take a moment here. Take a breath in. And if you want to, release your head down. Try to imagine you're letting everything go, any stress, anything that's not serving you, and you're just letting it soak itself up into the earth. And then when you're ready, inhale, lengthen the back of your spine, bend in through the knees, nice and deep. Bring one hand to your thigh, the other hand to your thigh, and start to engage through the glutes and the hamstrings. Slowly roll yourself all the way back up to standing. Woo. Go ahead and toe heel your feet so that you're back in through center. And we're going to go ahead and give our quad a little stretch. Right hand, right foot, energize through the knee, drawing it down towards the ground. Open up through the chest. You could swim the left arm up if it feels good. You feel nice and balanced. And then go ahead and release that right foot down. Go ahead and grab the left foot into the left hand. Again, think about energizing through that knee. Such a wonderful way to really turn on the muscle and open up through the hip. And you could swim that right arm up this time. Again, this part is really optional. If you find yourself spending more time kind of rebalancing, I'd probably bring my hand down or rest it on a wall. I feel like this is really something I do every day, but yet some days are wiggly more than others. Go ahead and release both your hand and your feet. Shake that off. Good job. Next, I want you to go ahead and rest a little bit of weight into your left foot. We're going to go ahead and we're going to rotate through the right ankle. Good. And then rotate into the opposite direction. Beautiful. And then go ahead and press your right foot down, weight into your right foot, and just rotate in one direction. And then rotate into the other. Wonderful. And go ahead and rest that left foot down. Next, I want you to extend your arms out. Bring your heel of your hand as if you're saying stop. And then go ahead and gently take your fingertips and bring them towards your center. You can also do the same thing upside down. Going to feel a little bit, maybe it might feel a little different. Great. And then go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Give that stop symbol, and then you can go ahead and gently, again, you want to be careful for this, especially if you're someone who works through their hands all day, and I know a few of you do. Well, I think most of you do. We want to be careful, especially if you have any carpal tunnel. We're just stretching out so that we can actually help our hands, especially because we type so much during the day. Great. Now release and extend both arms, and we're just going to rotate our ankle, wrists in one direction a few times. Nice. And then rotate into the opposite direction. I know about you, but I certainly don't do enough of this type of work. I'm always doing the prime movers and never doing kind of these really important areas of the body. Great. Go ahead and rest your hands out to the side. We're going to inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, drop your right hand down towards the back of the neck and go ahead and grab hold of that right elbow, giving the tricep a little stretch. And then inhale, extend both arms out and drop down, other side. It's kind of like you're doing the Vogue. My daughter heard Madonna yesterday and she's like, Mom, did you really like Madonna when you were younger? I'm like, yeah, that's what I listened to. Great. And then go ahead and release down. We're going to extend the arms behind us for a little chest expansion. You can interlace the fingers, roll the shoulder blades back, open the chest, or you can rest your hands right at your hips. Wonderful. And then go ahead and release. Shake that off. Let's go ahead and bring our right foot forward, bend in through the left knee. We're going to hinge from the hips. Very important, like you're karate chopping from the hips and then coming forward, resting your left hand on your left knee. Keep your back nice and long. Bring those right toes in towards center. Try to soften through the knee. And then go ahead and press into that left leg, extend and switch sides. Bend into that right leg, kickstand the left foot forward, toes towards center. Back is nice and long. And go ahead and lengthen up. Beautiful. Bring your feet hip distance apart. We're going to close this off with a nice big inhale and exhale. So go ahead and breathe in. Sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, lengthen down. Let your body rest down forward. Bend your knees, sweep your arms up, breathing in, extend the body long, palms pressed together. exhale to your heart center, and give yourself a round of applause. Ladies, thank you so, so much for coming today. I hope you have a wonderful Easter and a wonderful week with your families. And I look forward to seeing you next week. For some of you, I'll be reaching out to you personally to talk to you about a couple things this week or today, possibly. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you so much. Bye. I am going to end.